time. Gail says cornhole. We have a cornhole game. Joe and I suck at it. We're terrible. Joe keeps saying, we got to make them closer together. They're too far apart. I'm like, I measured it. That's how far apart it's supposed to be. He's like, well, it's too hard. And I'm like, okay, so then we'll make them closer together and we'll practice and we'll get really good. And then when we go to actually play real people at a like real area that has the right dimensions, we're going to suck because we're going to think it's too far. Am I right, people? Am I right? I think I'm right. Linda says taboo and buzzword. I introduced buzzword to my sister-in-law, Lynn, and my brother, Joe. Joe and I, my husband, have kicked their butt, if I don't say so myself, every single time we play buzzword with them. My brother doesn't even want to play us anymore. But Lynn, she loves the game, so she doesn't mind. Yeah, it's fun. I told them they should get a buzzword game and practice on each other at home, and then they'll kick our butt. But so far, we are reigning champions of the buzzwords when we go McClure head-to-head. So it's a really fun game if you don't know about it. It's kind of hard to describe, but look it up. Google it. It's a really, really fun game. So I do have to mention my friend Tracy from grade school. She was my very first BFF. We are both Michelob Ultra fans, and she said her favorite game was to play was the Michelob Ultra game. Very funny, Tracy. Very funny. So I am going to move on to my blog post for today. And today, well, last week, we talked about behaviors to rid yourself of. This week, we're going to talk about behaviors to adopt. Now, I didn't put something on the blog post picture as that really pertained to the topic because I found this cute little funny picture that's only good for a Monday, so I thought I put that up today, and it says denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. The 5 stages of waking up on a Monday morning. True dat, right? True dat. Now, let's get the week started off on the right foot. Like I said, in contrast to last week, when I talked about behaviors you should get rid of, this week, behaviors you should adopt. And the first one, ready, people? Be complimentary. Be complimentary to other people. Have you ever had a stranger tell you how much they like your shoes? Doesn't it make you feel so good? Pay it forward or be the one to start it. It's so easy to do. It can really make someone else's day. It's going to make you feel good as well to know that you pepped somebody up. And I believe that good will come back to you. The more complimentary you are, the more likely people will compliment you, not only just as a return compliment, but it will be out in the universe. And you will start receiving more and more compliments, words of wisdom, encouragement, what have you. I believe this. Like I said, my luck is changing. I won a gift basket over the weekend. Not just any gift basket. The actual gift basket that I really wanted. Coincidence? I don't know. I've never had these coincidences before. I don't know. I think that's really weird. I think that I'm putting out good stuff into the universe and good stuff is coming back to me. Just my opinion. Now, when I was a kid, my parents never told me that they loved me. It's not that I didn't think that they didn't love me. They just really never said the words. As my older brother and sister moved out of the house, I noticed my mother would tell them that she loved them every time they left from visiting or at the end of a phone call. So I knew that it was coming. I knew that she would eventually start telling me that she loved me, but apparently I had to move out first. And that's exactly how it went down. So it seems a little odd thinking about it now, but I just didn't give it much thought then at the time. I was like, well, she's going to start telling me she loves me when I move out of the house. Of course, I didn't move out of my house until I was 28. So my point is, I didn't really have someone in my life who lavished love on me or told me how important I was or great I was or anything like that until I met my best girl, Dina. Now, I met Dina when I was about 20. I had transferred from one Friendly's restaurant to another Friendly's restaurant, and she worked there we hit it off right away. Now, we would hang out with a group of girls from Friendlies on a regular basis. We would go out clubbing together. You know, we were 20, 21, what have you. We were going out a lot. We would hang out on our own together. We spent a lot of time at the diner eating lots and lots and lots of food. And here's how Dina changed my life forever, and I will always be grateful to her for it. Almost from the time that we met and started hanging out, she told me every day how much she loved me. She told me I was beautiful, I was a great person. She taught me how to open up and make myself vulnerable. I have often said that I may never have apologized to anyone for anything in my life until Dina came along. I think that I had a subconscious belief that, you know, apologizing meant that I did something wrong, therefore I wasn't worthy of love. She showed me it was okay to admit I was wrong, and she would still love me. Everyone should have a Dina in their life. If you don't, be Dina. Be the one to pump someone else up. Sometimes that makes us feel happier than when someone does it for us. I don't know where I would be if I wouldn't have had Dina in my life pumping me up. I've always struggled with self-confidence and what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just having trouble coming up with my words anymore. I'm thinking it's an age thing, but it's not very good for my career. Self-worth. I just didn't have a lot of self-worth, and she really pumped me up. And it's not like I asked her to do this. It's just the type of person that she is. And, you know, I would say maybe probably something derogatory about myself, and she would literally just look at me like, are you crazy? She's like, Wendy, you're beautiful. Oh, my gosh, look at you. And I'd be like, oh, my gosh, that's so nice. Thank you so much. So, you know, hopefully you have someone in your life like that, or had someone in your life like that, and can really help build your self-confidence and your self-worth. If not, be that for someone else and apply it to yourself. Be your biggest cheerleader. The problem with doing it yourself is you have to believe it. And sometimes you just have to look in the mirror and keep saying it until you start believing it. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer. You know, if you don't have a Dina in your life, it's not going to be as easy. Not that it, you know, what happened overnight. It took me until, I don't know, 6 months ago to love myself, I think. And I still don't like the word love myself, but you know what I mean. So be that for somebody else. Be that for yourself. Be your biggest cheerleader. Keep saying it until you believe it. Look in the mirror and pick out everything you love about what you see instead of what you don't love. We all have a couple of things we like about our bodies and our face or our hair, even if it's the way we wear our makeup or the clothes that we wear, the bags that we haul around. Find something you like. Build yourself up. So be complimentary. If at a restaurant a manager asks how everything is, tell them if it was a good experience. Don't just say fine. Say, oh, this food was amazing. Tell them what you loved about the food, how good the service was. Tell the server you thought they did a really good job. Leave a big tip. I am a big tipper most of the time. I've been a server on and off for most of my life. I know how much a great big tip can change your whole day. I want to be the one to make that person's day if they deserve it. If they deserve it. Riding in an elevator, tell that woman you love her handbag. I bet she will beam with pride. She may even compliment you back on something, although that is not why you should be giving compliments. Be genuine about it. Don't make things up. I'm sure if you look at someone, you are bound to find something that you like. Pass it on. When I'm out bike riding and I admire something specific about someone's house, I tell them if they happen to be outside. Nice flowers, beautiful landscaping. I love the stone used on the house. Whatever it may be, tell them. They will love to hear it, and it will make you feel good. And all those positive vibes you are sending out into the universe, ooh, love it. More positive vibes out into the universe. I did not write this on my blog. It slipped my mind until right now. I've told this story before. My friend Amy, I credit her with starting my writing. After my mother had passed and I had done a little speech at her funeral. I don't know why I don't like to call it a eulogy. It just doesn't feel like it was a eulogy. It just feels more like it was like a little speech. So I just call it the speech that I made at my mother's funeral. she had sent me a text message later that night saying how great the speech was and that I really should consider writing if I ever wanted another career. And because I remember I had texted her back originally saying, I was really hoping to get more laughs. And she said, girl, you got laughs, you got tears, you got it all. She's like, really, great job. That was just that little boost that I needed to really give it serious consideration. And it was not long after that, maybe 2 or 3 months, that I wrote my first article, sent it to the local weekly paper, and they printed it. And now I write articles for them all the time. I'm still writing for Night and Day magazine. When I'm doing band reviews, I should have an article in this upcoming issue. I'm doing the blog now. All right, I did 1 paragraph of a book. 1 paragraph. Not a novel. I'm not at that level yet. I'll get there. But I'm still far off from a novel. So get out there and start spreading the compliments. You never know what it's going to mean to that other person. You could start a whole new career for somebody, like somebody did for me. So it's Monday, and we are going to start the week off complimenting people. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with that. Complimenting people. Here's the thing about giving compliments. It's yet another way to force you to look for the good in life. The positive is all around us. We just have to train ourselves to look for it. Once you do that, after a little while, it will become a way of life. And what a wonderful life it will be. Like a little song. What a wonderful life it will be. I know that's an actual song. I do know. And I know that was not the right rhythm. So just putting that out there. So it is Monday. Go have your best week yet by starting today with your best day yet. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to bring my friend Matthew in. And we are good to go. All right, people, have a great day. I will talk to you tomorrow on Taco Tuesday.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.